Beyblades have been around since 1999, over 2 decades, and to this day, the Beyblade community remains strong and vast. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Bakugan, Beyblades have been a core part of people's childhoods. Like those products, they have made animes based on each era of Beyblade. With plenty of Beyblade animes being made, there are bound to be some that are amazing, and others that are just awful. So, in today's video I will be ranking every Beyblade anime from worst to best. If you've watched my past ranking video, or any ranking video in general, you pretty much know the rules. There will be 6 categories, starting from F, going to S. Obviously F being the worst, and S being the best. That's enough about the rules. Let's get on with the ranking. Starting fresh from the F tier, number 15. Beyblade Burst Quad Drive. Man, this is the first time I've ever been completely bored while watching a Beyblade anime. It was a new experience, and not in a good way. I don't even know where to start with what makes this anime so bad. Between the lackluster side characters, everyone getting done dirty, the Loki garbage antagonist, the wasted main character, and the disappointing final battle, there's just too many factors to prevent it from being a good Beyblade anime. Easily the worst Beyblade anime ever. Number 14. Zero G. I haven't even finished it, but considering I'm about 75% done with it, I doubt that those last few episodes will save it. Just like Quad Drive, I don't care for the characters, except for Sakio a little. Also Zero's character can be summed up in one sentence. Jinka told me to get stronger, so I'll get stronger. That's about it. The idea of Jinka having a pupil is so cool, and they just wasted it. At least Sakio's pretty cool, but that wraps up our F tier. So we're actually gonna skip the D tier and head straight to the C tier. Starting the C tier, number 13. Beyblade Burst Quad Strike. Both of the quad animes are at the bottom of the barrel. I don't think Quad Strike is bad, it's just the epitome of mediocre. Antagonist is alright, Bell is as annoying as ever, and he's even worse, since it's only in the English dub, because Quad Strike was made in the West. Side characters are better this time around, since the past MCs are back, and Pri is a nice addition. But yeah, just straight mid. Number 12. Beyblade Burst Rise. Now Rise isn't that bad. It's a perfect blend of garbage and peak. Most of the flaws lie in the characters. For example, replacing Louie and Free with Loden and Famia. To this day I never understand why they thought this was even close to being a good idea. Drum is a pretty bland MC. Author is such a garbage antagonist. He went from having genuine aura to becoming a punching bag. However, this season had the best range of gimmicks in the series, and Gwen was a pretty good antagonist. Those 2 factors are enough to prevent it from being straight garbage. Overall mediocre. Number 11. Beyblade V-Force. The plot and characters are actually pretty good, but V-Force is heavily held back by the battles. While they do have some good battles like Tyson vs Ozma and Zia vs Ozma, majority of the battles are kind of lackluster. They didn't pin down how to make use of the CGI Beyblades yet. However, Zia is a top 5 antagonist in Beyblade, so that definitely helps its ranking. But that wraps up our C tier. Time to move to the juicy B tier. Starting off the B tier, we have a controversial ranking. Number 10. Beyblade Metal Fusion. I don't think Metal Fusion is bad. It is in the B tier after all. However, I do believe it pales in comparison to Metal Masters and Fury. One thing I will give Metal Fusion is that I think it's the best written version of Jinka. Obviously Ryuga makes this anime 10 times better. Excluding some amazing battles like Kyoa vs Ryuga, the battles do feel a bit dragged out most of the time, which definitely holds back its ranking. But this anime is more of a pavement for what's to come. Number 9. Bakugan Shoot. The definition of solid. Characters, solid. Battles, solid. Beyblades, solid. I don't really have many issues with the anime, nor do I have much to say about it. It's the definition of jack of all trades, master of none. Number 8. Beyblade X. So, I'm counting Beyblade X as one entry, even if it has 2 seasons. The reason is, because even if Beyblade X has a season 2, it's still part of the same anime. For example, the second season of Burst would be Evolution, Plastic Gen is V-Force, and the Metal series is Metal Masters. But Beyblade X is still just Beyblade X. Anyways, the only reason Beyblade X is so high is because of season 2 being so good. If it was just season 1, it would be like 3 spots lower. But people overhate on Beyblade X. The characters are the highlight of the show. Beyblade X has the best written characters in all of Beyblade, right next to Burst. While the battles aren't bad, they are a bit lackluster compared to the other animes. But that wraps up our B tier. On to the A tier. Number 7. Beyblade Burst Surge. Not gonna lie, Surge is carried so damn hard by the battles. The main characters are such wasted potential. The idea of twins as main characters cold being great, with one being evil and the other being good. But no, let's make one of them somewhat interesting, and the other bland and boring. The antagonist is decent, but the battles and bays are phenomenal. Like you can't tell me you look at this, and don't get hyped. Also, this is the best set of characters in all of Burst. Everyone is back, and to this day I will forever be happy they brought back Silas. But yeah, besides the battles and characters, everything else is pretty mediocre. But that wraps up the A tier. From here on out, the list was very difficult to make, and the placements are interchangeable. Number 6. Beyblade Burst Turbo. Turbo is grossly overhated. People see moments like this and still call Aja a Volt clone, when in reality, Aja is the best written and most unique MC in all of Beyblade. Furthermore, it has the best antagonist in all of Beyblade. Furthermore, it has the best battle in Beyblade. Best protagonist, antagonist, and battle all in the same anime, though the side characters definitely hold it back a little bit. Half of them are the definition of wasted potential. But other than that, this is peak Beyblade. Number 5. Beyblade Burst Evolution. Widely regarded as the best Burst anime. We get introduced to a fan favorite, Free. Louis and Shu are at their peak in this anime, especially Louis. We also got introduced to my favorite Burst Beyblade ever, Nightmare Lunia. The International Bladers Cup and World League was the pinnacle of peak arcs, both with great endings. Volt's arc this season was a great continuation of his character, how he has to adjust to the World League, though there are 4 more animes I think are better. Number 4. Metal Fury. One thing that holds Metal Fury back are the characters. Kyoa and Ryuga got their characters assassinated, and because of the lower episode count, most of the legendary bladers were underdeveloped. Ignoring that though, this season was peak. The battles were much better paced, and the constant changing in modes mid-battle is what made this season more unique. Metal Fury also has the most hype moments in the Metal Saga, lots of these stemming from the main antagonist, Rago, the first person ever to make Ryuga lose aura points. And I will forever get hyped by watching the first time he used his special move.
Rago! This is the end for you! Okay now, special moves! Armageddon!
Number 3. Beyblade Burst. I think the original Beyblade Burst is underrated as hell. It gives a slice of life feeling that no other Beyblade anime has created. While the battles weren't anything to write home about, the characters were amazing. Volt was a unique protagonist. Unlike Jinka and Tyson, Volt doesn't start out as this blader prodigy, but instead starts out as a complete newbie, slowly climbing his way up the ranks. The Bay designs this season were underrated as well. I generally like all of the Bay designs this season. They are simple and clean. And you can't talk about Beyblade Burst without mentioning the famous crack scene. Probably the biggest heartbreak in all of Burst. Number 2. Metal Masters. The epitome of a great season 2. New characters, beautiful and amazing bays, amazing moments, just amazing overall. This season made me appreciate the art of one-sided battles. The first being Jack vs Klaus, and the second being the iconic fight, Damien vs Jillian. I have this in my top 10 best battles in Beyblade. You already know what makes this battle so peak, so I don't need to show it. Speaking of Damien, my god is this dude a menace. My only issue is that he needed to be introduced earlier, but he made a lasting impression in the time he had. He also owns my favorite bay of all time, Hades Curb X. But no matter how peak Metal Masters is, there is an anime that is the best of them all. Number 1. Bay Wheels. Okay, I'm kidding. For the true number 1 pick, G-Revolution. The definition of a perfect Beyblade anime. The best battles in the series, the characters are amazing, and the plot is just as good. Also, can we just appreciate how much they age the main cast? Yes, other Beyblade animes do that too, but G-Revolution aged up the characters the most. The show also gives Tyson a unique character arc. In most Beyblade animes, being the champion is an amazing occurrence. All the hard work paid off because the main character has reached their goal. However, the opposite comes with Tyson. In his position, the title makes him overwhelmed. He feels as though he has a reputation to maintain. This pressure causes him to mess up. Splitting up the main group was a great decision. It gives them all moments to shine. Especially Kai. Man, was this dude packing up everyone. Except Brooklyn. While I admit Brooklyn is not my favorite antagonist, he's still pretty decent. But that wraps up the tier list. I can't wait to see you guys' reaction to my list. But that is all I have for today. If you want to add on to what I said or have an opinion of your own, let me know in the comments. But that is all I have for today. See you in the next video and have a great day.